guys, and welcome to another episode of the NGB podcast. This week, you've got me, Ben. I'm hosting, as kind of ever. I'm also joined by Asim Tanvir.
Hello.
Hello. I'm joined by Gary Clark.
Hello.
And I'm joined as well, for the first time in quite a while, Mr. Aryel. How are we doing?
Hello, it's good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that's all right, man. So how are we all doing? Are we all good, Asim?
Yeah, great. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Cool. Gary?
Yeah, all good.
Excellent. All right. And Aryel?
No, I'm terrible.
I was waiting for that because I mean, like all said you were good. He's like, "Fuck it, now I'm shit." There we
go. There's always one.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's get into what we've been playing in the world of video games this week. So, Asim and Aryel, I believe you guys got stuck into the Division beta.
Yeah, we did. We played quite a bit. Aryel and I ventured into the Dark Zone, and
that's not a euphemism, by the way.
That's not a euphemism. No, it is not.
We often venture to the Dark Zone.
We ventured into the Dark Zone in the Division.
In the Division, okay, cool.
In the Division, yes. I quite liked it. Like the first time I joined Aryel in the Dark Zone, he was getting attacked by other human players, and that was quite a sight. Like the first few minutes was just us trying to run him, and then Aryel just turned and ran away. And I was like, that's what we did. And we just ran away because we were quite low level at that point. And then we were in a building, and there was like loot around. There was other humans around, and there was kind of like a little uneasy thing going on there. And then a couple of guys just shot at us, and then Aryel ran away. I ran away, but I killed two of them while I ran away. So I like the Division. Like we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't really get into Destiny. It's mainly because I needed some sort of substance in terms of story. I didn't feel like Destiny had that. Whereas the Division, even just going off the beta, the story, it seems like it has some sort of story, and it gives you some sort of incentive to keep going on. And then I think the introduction of the Dark Zone, where you've got this PvP element, and it's all about getting loot, essentially, like the best loot and the attachments and whatnot, everything like that. But the way it's set up is pretty cool. Like you can go rogue and steal other people's loot and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it, and I think Aryel enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'm a bit torn. I played the alpha on Xbox One, and I enjoyed the story content. And the first time I went into the Dark Zone in the alpha, it was great. Like the atmosphere as you go in, and everything shuts down, your communications go down, and then they sort of like reboot into a different mode, like into the Dark Zone mode. And I remember like going through the streets cover to cover, thinking like, oh, this is really epic. And then we played the beta, and we were just like running around shooting everyone. So it kind of lost its allure, but there was still quite a lot of tension at times, like when you were delivering loot.
Yeah.
And obviously I'd played the single player content already in the alpha. So we played it again, and then we played it on hard mode. And then I got the PC beta because I played on Xbox One again with you. So I played on PC and did the same mission again. And it got a bit boring after that. So obviously this game's going to be all about the content they give you on release and the season pass content and the free updates to keep things fresh. So that they need to keep it fresh for me.
I think content, how they go about delivering the content, keeping it fresh will be key. But obviously this is just a beta, so they're not going to give away the whole game in the beta. So there are probably things that we don't even know about yet.
And certain things were turned off. Apparently there's going to be more AI enemies about, and they just turned a lot of that off for the beta. So it was a bit of a ghost town.
Yeah. I guess in the PvE areas there was some areas where there were quite a few AI enemies, but I can see that. I can see why they've done that, just to get people introduced to the game and its mechanics and everything like that. But I like it. I like the whole base stuff as well. The base operations, you're building a medical wing, building a tech wing, building a security wing. I mean, there's even parts of the game we don't even know about yet, like the perks and stuff like that were kind of locked off. So that like you get these abilities and they're going to advance with the perks and stuff like that as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm quite excited about it.
Cool. I think that was the thing that I took away from the video that we did, where you said about the base building stuff and things like that. That was never like on my radar at all. And then that's obviously quite a nice surprise to come into. But I've got to be honest, Aryel, I'm a little bit surprised that a man who got so engrossed in Destiny is there saying that it needs content to keep him involved.
Well, I didn't get that engrossed in Destiny. I haven't played Destiny for a while. With Destiny, I played it when it came out, and then I didn't buy the season pass, and I was correct not to buy the season pass because that content was rubbish.
Yep.
And then they brought out the Taken King, and they gave you all the season pass content for free. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna play this, and it was a pretty good 10-hour first-person shooter. But beyond that, the longevity of the game just wasn't there. There wasn't enough content. There wasn't enough reasons to go back. And that's what I'm worried about The Division, because it's the same sort of mold. And it's fine. If it's a 10-hour game or a 20-hour game that I enjoy, that's fine. But I think people are looking at this game and looking for a game they log on to every night.
Yeah. I think the long run.
I think that's a fair sort of criticism to make, because as you said, I did the same thing with Destiny, where they released the initial game, got into that quite heavily, and then it came to I didn't get the expansion pack at first. I just kind of let it slide because there was loads of other stuff going on. But then throughout time went on, and I thought, okay, and then the Taken King came out and picked that up, and playing through all of the content at once was quite a nice experience, because you had they mixed the content up in the way that they delivered it. And I think what Destiny is now is probably what it should have been at launch. And sort of having another game like that on the horizon, I just hope they've got that much content planned for the Division, and then a fairly decent and fairly quick content rollout after that. So yeah,
if they make the same mistakes as Bungie and Activision, then
Yeah, but there's a bit of a mystery behind Destiny right now, because they haven't had a significant update since September, and the community are a bit there's unease about the community now, because they're saying that apparently it's very hard to program and to develop for the engine that Destiny's in, so that's why the content's not coming so quickly. And there's even rumors that they're going to kill off Destiny, because Destiny 2 was supposed to come out next September, and that's not happening now. So yeah, it's interesting.
Wow, that's I'd not heard that. I mean, obviously they had this grand 10-year plan, which they sort of they made no bones about it at all. They just kind of went, oh yeah, it's going to be a 10-year game, and I think they've massive marketing launch. But
fucked it. There you
go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But right now, the silence is deafening coming out of Bungie. So
fair enough. Gary, what about yourself? You been playing much?
Little bits here and there. I checked out Unravel today.
Okay.
Obviously EA Access. Asim, I know you sort of checked it out as well. Put a video
I did.
up. Good fun. It's obviously very limited because it's only a trial version, but I played about 45 minutes of it, something like that. It's really cool. Good little puzzle platformer. Sort of takes you a while to sort of get used to the controls and how they handle, but from what I played of it, I thought it was really, really cool. Yeah, so looking forward to it. When's that out? Start of Feb, right? So
February next
9th.
week. Yeah,
February 9th.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, and it's not badly priced either. What's it £20? Is it something
15?
like that?
Yeah, it's about 15 quid.
So from what I played of it, it looked really cool. My only worry with it is I'm just hoping that I can sort of get into it and it sort of keeps my attention. That's my only issue with it. I started not get bored with it, but it's very sort of samey in places. So I'm hoping that it's not like that all the way through. But from what I did play, very, very good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I've yet to check out the stuff that you've put on YouTube, Asim, and also yet to actually check out the demo. But am I right in thinking it's very similar to the Gamescom build, where you've got the water puzzle with an apple and things like that?
There's that one. Yeah, it's basically the first two levels. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's basically the first levels. But I think Gary's right. I think it's for £15. It's going to be. I think it's going to do well. It's going to be, and it deserves to do well from what it seems like it. As soon as you open the game, there's a message from the developers saying thanks for playing this, and it's kind of it shows their passion of the game, and it kind of takes me back to E3 when it was revealed, when the guy came on stage and he was bricking it. You could tell, he was absolutely bricking it. But you could also tell that there was something human about that. You know what I mean? It's most of these things are just staged and whatnot. But there was this.
He absolutely stole the show, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and he came out with the little doll and whatnot, and you can see his passion, and that comes across in the game as well. From what I've seen so far, it seems to be a lot of love and attention seems to pay to like every kind of nook and cranny, the visuals, the gameplay. It's got that Little Big Planet vibe to it, I guess, a little bit. But I think the actual puzzles are a bit more complex. They quite heavily rely on the physics, and it's done pretty well, to be honest. Some of the later ones are quite tricky, so it's not going to be an easy game. If people are thinking it's going to be like some easy puzzles, some will take a while to kind of figure out. And once that light in your head like clicks, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. It's a cool game.
Cool. I don't want to segue like straight into other stuff as well, because I know we've all been playing other stuff, but you mentioning that about like, you know, puzzles where things just click. I've been playing the Witness, and that game is it's something else. Like, it really is. Like, you look at it and you think, oh, it's a puzzle where you draw lines on grids. It's like, well, it is, but after a certain while, like, you kind of get this sense there's a whole lot more there. It's just an incredible game. Like, the motion sickness thing aside, which I mentioned in the review, I have been getting some motion sickness in it, which is the first time I've had it in donkey's years. I think the last time I got any semblance of it was like PS2 days. But like, in terms of the mechanics, there's just one simple mechanic in the game. Well, you walk around, so that's the first one, and then you find these little tablets, and you press X on them, and you get like a grid or some lines, and you just got to fill out the grid in the way that the puzzle wants you to do it. It sounds really straightforward, and as you kind of as you make your way through the game, there's more and more things that get put on the grids, and then you kind of work your way. You know, you work out. You go, okay, right. So, like, one of them, they put little black dots somewhere in the lines, so you've got to run the white bit over the black dot for it to activate, if you like. So that's one of the more simple mechanics. And then as you go through the game, obviously you get more and more complex, and you just think, bloody hell! Like, I think I ended up like with sheets of paper just like scattered around with grids that I'd drawn on with like lines all over the place, trying to like figure out, you know, where this bloody puzzle, you know, the way to solve this puzzle. And I've still not finished it. To be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to finish it, because I just don't think I'm smart enough.
I've heard there's like multiple like end type sequences to it anyway. So
yeah, there's like the main game, and then there's like the post game, and then apparently there's like a post game kind of bit, and it reminds me of Fez very much, in that there was, you know, on the surface you've got this really strikingly visual puzzle game where it's like, you know, these are the puzzles you've got to do. There's quite a unique little twist in the mechanics, and you then have to you obviously got to make your way through the world. But then on top of that, there's also this there's this other like meta game, if you like. I really hate that phrase, but you know, you get like in Fez there was this entire other language that Phil Fisher created, so you had to like look at the hieroglyphs on the wall and stuff like that and figure out, okay, right, so that means left trigger, that means left D-pad, that means right, and you had to put it all together to figure out exactly what to do in certain spots. From what I've seen, there's nothing quite that insane in The Witness just yet, but it is a fantastic game. I mean, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because it's just, in terms of a sheer puzzle game, you're probably not going to get anything this year that's more taxing. And then in terms of like a video game, it's the way that it's all linked together. It's a really, really good experience. So,
cool.
So yeah, have you been playing that as well, Asim?
I played a little bit. I played like an hour and a bit. I haven't got as far as you, obviously. But yeah, no, it seems pretty interesting. Like, at the start, it's just, as you said, there's like this areas with these puzzles, these line puzzles essentially, and they gradually grow a bit more complex by each section you come across, and they're all linked together. So it seems like it's leading somewhere. Obviously, I haven't found out where it's leading to and what kind of mysteries it has. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a go still. I probably won't finish it either. I'm not smart enough to finish it either. so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Cool. Sorry about that, guy. Yeah, you been playing anything else, Gary? Or?
I've actually gone back to Batman Arkham Knight.
All right.
I love Gary. I totally love Gary. I
finished the game back in June, whenever it was.
Yeah.
But I know the DLC's got a bit of flack over the sort of months being pretty sort of average. But I bought the Season of Infamy.
That's really good, man.
DLC,
really
good. And I've played sort of bits and pieces of it, like the Killer Croc mission and Mr. Freeze mission as well, which is really cool because it starts snowing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really, really cool. So yeah, I've just sort of been in and out of that. Apart from that, a bit of the Uncharted collection, Nathan Drake collection. Again, sort of in and out of that. Sort of halfway through Uncharted 2 at the moment, so just going through them one by one. And apart from that, that's about it, really, to be honest.
Okay, so sort of dipping back into the pile of shame and the back catalogue.
Yeah, I've still got a pile of shame like as high as the ceiling, mate, to be honest.
So Gary Clark has been in and out of his pile of shame.
Yeah. The pile of shame is still high as fuck.
Aryel, what about yourself? You been doing much other than Division?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to sound like a girl who's shoe shopping now. I've been playing Hearthstone.
Oh, right.
And I know how much Asim loves it, but I'm going to bring it up because they've announced a huge change this week.
All right.
So
I heard this is all over Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
I follow quite a few other people in the games industry who are really into this game, and they're like making a big deal about it. Yeah,
I'm a sucker for card games. I collected Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, but basically, every 3 to 4 months they bring out an expansion and they add anything from 50 to 150 cards. So as you can imagine, the card pool is growing by 100 to 150 cards every 3 months. So it's like hundreds of new cards in the game. So new players basically can't compete because unless they spend loads of money straight away. So they're doing what Magic the Gathering do, and Magic's been going on for like so many years now. Is they're making a new mode called Standard, and in that new Standard mode, the only cards you can actually use are the basic cards that are free with the game and the classic set that's always been in the game, plus the previous 2 years of content. So when this kicks off in March or something, 2015 content and 2016 content is going to be relevant, plus the vanilla stuff they had at the beginning. And then every calendar year, the previous 2 years, 2 years ago drops off. So when we hit 2017, 2015's content is going to drop off. Okay. But they've reserved a new game mode called Wild, where you can play any card you want. So your collection does not become irrelevant.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think I explained that very well, but
no, that makes sense. It's to keep it all sort of fairly, keep it as fairly balanced as they can.
And the metagame is going to shift quite violently now, rather than having old staples always. Because basically, you'd have like these old staple decks, and then a new set would come out, and then okay, those 2 cards in the new set look really good. I'm going to add them to my current deck, and that was getting a bit boring. So it's going to shift things up a bit.
Okay. I've got to be honest. I got quite into Hearthstone for probably about 6 months or so, and ended. I think I dropped off shortly after the second expansion because there was the Naxxramas expansion, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then I dropped off as well with GVG.
Yeah, and then there was was it
Goblins versus Gnomes?
Yeah, that's the one. Goblins versus Gnomes. Yeah, I kind of fell off it after that. But it sounds like the changes that they're making it might sort of draw me back in, which is slightly worrying for my wallet. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I came back in for BlackRock. The funny thing with GVG, Goblins versus Gnomes, they had the most abusive cards in that expansion. So they're dropping that straight away. Naxxramas and that are dropping straight away in March. Okay. So some of the staple cards of the game are no longer going to be used, and that's going to be a massive shift.
Okay. Is it like the Annoyatron, was it? That was...
Well, no, it was Dr. Boom.
Oh, right, yeah.
The 7 mana 7/7, and he summoned 2 Boombot minions with him, and they could do anything from 1 to 4 damage when they died. And it was just like, it was really random, and it was really overpowered, and basically everyone had Dr. Boom in their deck. It didn't matter what your deck was trying to achieve, you automatically put Dr. Boom in there, and that's just not good for a card game. There's no variety there.
No, that's fair. Cool. I honestly didn't know any of that. That sort of passed me by, and it seems like they've, they're at least making steps to keep it interesting, keep it fairly balanced. So, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And Asim, what about yourself? You've been playing anything else?
I've been playing. I'm blaming you for this. Lego Dimensions.
Don't blame me. It's a damn fine game.
I am blaming you, but yeah, no, it is a good game. But I'm blaming you because I spent like over 100 quid on this. I bought it. It was 55 quid in Sainsbury's.
That is a bargain, by the way.
Bargain, yeah.
Which is the cheapest I've seen it anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, let's get it. And then since then, I've pretty much bought all the decent level packs and fun packs.
How much it cost in all?
Ooh, 50. It was 55. It was 55 for the starter pack.
Yeah.
And then I got £10 off because I had nectar points. This is going into a whole different story.
Okay, this is
so
good.
45 for that. It was 15 for the Back to the Future. Probably it's over £100. It's over £100 for sure. Probably just under 200 maybe. I'm not sure. So quite expensive.
Yeah, because what have you got? You got the Back to the Future pack, the Ghostbusters pack, Portal, and a couple of the fun packs as well, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of the fun packs as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it cost a lot, but it's really good. Not only have I enjoyed playing the game, but I've mostly enjoyed building a Lego as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And yeah, but the game itself, going back to the game itself, because we are talking about games here.
Fuck it, let's talk about Lego. Woo!
Yeah, the game is actually really good. Like in the starter pack, you get Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstar from the Lego Movie, and it's like the way they cross over the different franchises is really cool, and it's done in a way that doesn't feel like tacked on or silly, or it's just fun. It seems like it's this could be like Lego Movie Part 2.
Yeah,
almost. It's really cool, and just like driving around like the Emerald City with Gandalf driving the Batman is hilarious. I just find that hilarious. I was just like smiling. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And you can just, and the way the portal's like put into it as well, because you've got to build a portal obviously, and it's you've got to place the characters and the vehicles in different areas to solve different, not puzzles, but battles. So when you're at the start, when you're fighting the Wicked Witch, you've got to move around because she kind of casts spells on you. So it's pretty cool like that as well. But it's pretty much the staple Lego gameplay, but with a whole different, level in terms of franchises involved in it. It's really cool. I haven't even got started with the Portal or the Ghostbusters or Back to the Future stuff yet. I just want to finish off the main start pack stuff first.
Yeah, I mean the base game is really good, and it brings you into all of the different worlds that they've got with their with the additional packs. Like if you're a Portal fan, or if you're a Ghostbusters fan, you don't necessarily have to buy the Ghostbusters pack or the Portal pack to experience Portal in the game. If that makes sense.
Well, there's little sections.
Because throughout the progression of the game, you obviously get the levels of. Each of the individual franchises that they have their own little level in there, and as you said, the way that the crossovers are done is really, really clever. Like there's one in there's an Aperture Science level in the game, and there's a bit in there where there's a genius crossover with The Simpsons, where like Homer just appears on a wrecking ball out of nowhere, and like completely smashes up a load of stuff, which then obviously gives you the ability to create something new, and it's. But yeah, I've got more than a slight obsession with Lego Dimensions at the moment, and I can only say that I'm thankful for review units, because otherwise I wouldn't have, I'd be fucking bankrupt.
So Asim, I've got a question for you actually.
Go for it.
You're a Disney Infinity guy as well.
Yeah, I've got Disney Infinity as well. I was going to say that. I've been playing Disney Infinity as well, so mainly that because of the Star Wars stuff.
I was just going to say to you, which out of the two Lego Dimensions of Disney Infinity would you choose if you could only have one?
The main reason why I bought Disney Infinity is mainly because of the Star Wars stuff. I'm not particularly interested in the other stuff. It looks cool, but the Star Wars stuff is the reason why I bought it. And the Star Wars stuff, like because of the combat, the lightsaber stuff, and it's actually got a Force Awakens pack as well, which I've just got. And you can play that. And I know that there's a Lego Force Awakens games coming out, which we're going to talk about later. But I just want to experience Star Wars in this I guess game.
Yeah.
But overall, probably Lego's better, I think.
Than
what I played, because Lego has that. It has that
humor, right?
Quirky humor and charm. I mean, Disney Infinity has that as well. It's also really well made as well at the same time. But the way the franchises and stuff cross over in Lego Dimensions, it's just so endearing. It's so cool. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. I've got Disney Infinity 2, which I bought because it was quite cheap with all of the additional figures. And again, I'd agree with that. I know that Infinity 2 wasn't the most well-received game of all time, but from what I've played of all of them...
the Spider-Man expansion is pretty good in 2.
I've heard that actually. Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah,
3.0 is
you're a
good.
big Infinity guy, right, Aaron?
Yeah, I just like the figures.
Figures are
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
And as the Sim says, it's like with Disney Infinity 2, you had the Marvel stuff. There's not that many Marvel games. I know you got the Lego Marvel Universe game, but there's not that many like Marvel and Star Wars games to play, which is kind of disappointing. So you have to go out and get these packs, and it is fun, but it's short lived. But the Disney Infinity stuff does depreciate a lot quicker. You can buy it really cheap.
Yes.
Like Disney 2 stuff now, the Marvel stuff is super cheap.
Well, that's what I mean. I got the like the ridiculous collector's edition with like the base stand with all the lights on it and everything. It came with like the whole of the Avengers. I think I got that for like £40.
Yeah, I bought the 3.0 thing for $21.99.
Yeah,
it was
Jesus,
really cheap. Yeah.
But I mean, I'd probably agree. Like Lego Dimensions has got it's just got something there, and the fact that essentially you can buy a box of Lego and not feel overly weird about it.
That's really cool. It's really cool, man. I've got them like this displayed like.
You're ashamed to buy Lego.
No, I'm never ashamed to buy Lego.
No, I've got it displayed front and center, man.
Yeah, like it's there's I've essentially got a I've got a 40-inch TV, and it's like there's Lego figures all the way along the bottom of it because I know. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. I will say the one thing that I'm most disappointed about with Lego Dimensions is the Simpsons pack, though. It's not.
Yeah,
it's really disappointing. Like, there's no extra voice acting. There's no real extra content, and it's like even the music isn't licensed, which is really strange.
That's sucks.
Because like you go into the Ghostbusters world, and you've got obviously the Ray Parker Jr. theme tune, and then you've also got like the incidental music from the film, and everything is there. It's like it's a proper Ghostbusters experience. Whereas with the Simpsons one, you're kind of walking around Springfield and you're thinking something's not quite right here, and it's not the Simpsons music. There's no real voice acting. Like you just sort of bump into somebody and you just get you get like a grunt. And
I'm thinking that might be down to Fox, maybe perhaps.
Yeah, which is again, it's really strange. Like I can't understand why they'd say, "Oh yeah, you can have the Simpsons license, but you can't have all of it." And I mean, one of the biggest things is the building that's obviously supposed to be the Duff Brewery is the Buzz Cola factory, and like in the level pack that you get, Homer has a can of Buzz Cola rather than a can of Duff.
Oh man, that's
because
game, can they?
You can't put beer in a kid's game or whatever. So so I actually I went to, indeed boo. I went to a show somewhere and picked up like they were selling like loads of little like Lego accessories, and I picked up like an actual Duff beer can for like 50p. So now my Homer has a Duff beer can.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyway, other than that, yeah. So moving on from Lego Dimensions, because otherwise we'll probably talk about it forever. Me.
All right. This is the Lego Dimensions podcast now.
Yeah, man. Me and Asim, we've obviously been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege as well.
So has Aryel.
And Aryel has, yes.
Yeah, I log on from time to time. It's hard to get into your group because like
we have
you got this elite team of like I was gonna say Spartans, but like it almost feels like that when I go like you're all like 10 feet tall when I come in and join your squad. And they're all like calling out like go to this side. Like they know the names of things.
We know everything pretty well.
Like, get the south wall. And I'm like what? Where am I? Like what do I do?
I've got a gun. Yeah, like it's. You say it's a team of elites. It's a team of elites, and then there's me. But it's one of those.
We all have our nights.
I was on fire last night. I got I killed the entirety of the enemy team at one point. But it's such an addictive game. I can't stop playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was so. I know you bought the season pass. I was very tempted, but then I realized, you know what? I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to earn the renown by playing it and then unlock the operators I want, because I've got enough saved up to at least buy one so far. I've got about 30,000 renown saved up.
What?
Yeah,
game, son.
so I can buy at least one, and then only one of the operators is actually decent, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'll do that, and the maps are free. They're going to come out free anyway. So and I thought, yeah, I'll pass on the season pass. But no, it's really good. It's so good playing, because we now regularly get a team of 5 pretty much every night.
Yeah, I mean it's a combination of like people that we know through the site, people that we know from like sort of IRL friends, like work colleagues, things like that. And no matter when I go on, it's like there will always be at least 3 people on. So it's like, okay, I can have at least a team of 4. And the difference it makes, even if you just have one extra person that you can talk to, like the difference it makes in the way that you play the game is just so big, and it's just so good. Like the new patch has brought some problems, I will say that. Like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's
models and shit,
there's a bit of a bug where no matter what position you're in, like there'll be the T pose that they always talk about when you with a character model. So they put the T pose there so you can get a good idea.
Aryel knows.
Yeah, so basically like the character stood there with their arms outstretched, and they've got a very weird bug at the moment where they'll just have a black silhouette of the T pose like stood above the person.
It looks weird,
and it'll just float around wherever you walk.
It looks like a spectre, like just going around.
Yeah, and even if you're crouched, it's still like a full standing person. And then even when you die,
it's still there.
It's still above your body. So the weird thing is, like, we were playing a game last night where it was on the new yacht map. So someone was walking through a door, and they were like, "Oh shit! Are those shadows like people that are there, or are they like people that have died?" So you just didn't know, and I really hope they patch it because it's going to knacker up so much if they don't.
Yeah, because like you don't know where to shoot if there's a person there. You like, are they crouching? Are they standing up? So and like you might shoot them like thinking they're standing up, but they're crouching, and they take one shot at you and you're dead. Essentially. So
I heard that's doing some like esports thing soon as well. So
they're doing
these bugs.
Yeah, it's a PC and Xbox One like Rainbow Six Pro League.
That's right. PlayStation didn't want to be there anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's starting late Feb. It's not too long to go for that, but
it's a lot of fun. The game is just overall the game is a lot of fun. It's one of the best multiplayer experiences I've had in a long while.
Absolutely. I think we said we did that video just before Christmas where we said if you want to buy a multiplayer game. Which one should you buy? And I think we said buy Rainbow Six Siege because you're probably not going to go too far wrong. And it has
it's dropped in price recently as well. It's like 28 to £30 in most places.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're in the market for a new shooter, just get it, and you won't be disappointed. So, but as you said, like I picked up the season pass because I just loved it, and I thought to myself, well, you know what, I got the review for the game, so I didn't pay for my copy, so I probably should put some money into it because I'm really still enjoying it quite a lot. So I bought that. I did the same thing for no, I haven't done the same thing for Battlefront yet because I haven't touched Battlefront since I played a lot of Siege.
Yeah, I think Siege is the one. Siege is the one that I'll probably play, and then I guess Division when it comes out. I'll on that as well. But yeah.
This podcast sponsored by Ubisoft.
Yeah. Just to add to, just before we move on, I've also been playing my Wii U a little bit while being Wii U. Yes, I played the Wii U. Someone's played
Jesus, you're right.
I know, right? I know.
So you were the
guy. Did you have to blow the dust off it?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. It was really dusty. My gamepad was like super dusty. I had to like dust it off. But I after hearing about like good things about Splatoon, I played that a bit, and it is actually really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually really, really good. It's not your usual multiplayer game or like shooter, for instance. Basically, it's all about painting your areas in ink, essentially. And like you got a time limit, and at the end of the time limit, whoever's got cover the most area wins. It's not about getting kills. Like you can take down the opposing team, but you got to do it in the sense that. If they're about to cover an area, like if they've got several people there, take them down there and then cover the area. So it's you have to be quite clever about it. So it's not your usual multiplayer shooter type thing, but it's really good. And the unlocks and the weapons you get are pretty good as well. And the fact that you can like once you've painted an area, you can like go squid and like just like move faster around the map. So that's another sort of feature of it. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I can see why people enjoyed it last year, and it featured in quite a few Game of the Year lists, including R1, I think, at some point.
Yeah, it was Andy's Game of the Year.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I want to go that far.
Calm down.
I want to go that far, but no, it is really good. I've also been... I should play Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I haven't had a chance yet.
Cool.
Yeah, I played a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've put a lot of hours into stuff, but it's mainly been on Siege.
Yeah, I think I played most, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, right, we'll move into the news, and obviously the biggest piece of news that's come out recently has been that EA are skipping E3 this year. Probably, I don't think anyone necessarily saw this coming.
I think there's a bit of context to this, though. I think they're obviously still going to be in LA. There's they've hired the Nokia kind of LA Live Theatre, which is just down
just down the road,
just down the road essentially, yeah. And they're going to open it up to the public for 3 days essentially. And they're still going to be at E3, so like for the press,
they'll have like meeting rooms and
there'll be meeting rooms, so they'll see probably more advanced stuff or different stuff and get to interview developers. So the journalists and stuff will have their coverage and whatnot. But it's good in the sense that publishers and companies are realizing that you have, you don't have to, but it's good to get your fans and potential consumers closer to what's coming out. And it just builds up a lot more hype as well. And it's clever in the sense that they're doing it in LA and they're doing it in London as well. So, there'll be obviously a lot of press out in LA at the time, and they'll get to see the hype around it as well. So I imagine it'll be pretty much jam-packed for the 3 days.
Yeah.
Because, they've got probably quite a few things to show off. Probably stuff we don't even know about yet. So it's a good move. And like I've seen people saying that, it's E3 dying and whatnot. Nah, it's not going to happen. It's just a different approach.
Yeah,
which is good for the industry.
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree. It's like it's one of those interesting things where, like, obviously Nintendo took the step a few years ago and said we're just going to do our directs. It's like that made sense because the way that Nintendo are doing things is the typical Nintendo way, where it's not normal.
Backwards.
Yeah, I didn't want to go that far. So I think EA making this step, like they were the first company to really embrace a lot of things. I think they were the first big publisher to get their own like YouTube channel, and the first people to do like a blog where they're doing saying people this is what's going on with our company, and it just seems to be the way that things are going now. Like, I think they're probably still going to have a press conference of sorts on the same day as the other press conferences.
I think they're having it on Sunday this time, Sunday afternoon rather than the Monday.
Okay, that's going to be interesting because I think that's about the time I get into LA. So yeah, like we're obviously there's going to be I think the three of us going to E3 for the site, so that's going to be an interesting one, having to now cover two different venues as well as all the publishers. But I think getting the public involved as well is the right thing to do. I honestly think that in terms of getting the news and getting the coverage, staying home is, or not being in the centre is the best way to experience E3.
Yeah, if you're looking for all the news like straight away as it comes out, then yeah. But if you want, obviously, if you want the extra bits on top of it,
yeah, absolutely.
Then it's to be there, like to see the stuff, or sometimes let you play stuff as well.
Yeah. I mean that was the thing. Like like I think we've all been to E3, and it's one of those things where you go there, and it is a privilege to be there, and you're thinking, there's some fucking cool stuff here, but then you get home and you go like, oh, I didn't know that had been announced. I didn't see that. I didn't hear about that. And there's just so much more that you miss when you're there that you can get. Obviously, when you're sat at home on a computer, you've got the entirety of the internet there, and because you're not running around the convention center, and when you've done that, you're not sat in Hooters getting beer. It's there's one opposite the center. It's all fine. And like it's one of those things where you have the opportunity to know a lot more because you've just got those resources available to you all the time, and you're not running around. But being there, like actually getting the hands-on with stuff, as you say, getting the presentations and everything, it's a massively different experience. And I think EA have realised that, and they've just gone, yeah, fuck it. We want people to we want people to know what's going on. We can probably hire out the whole of the LA Live Theatre for a couple of days in for the same amount of money that it's costing us to have a
Probably
booth.
cheaper. They've got like the most expensive booth at E3, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know if it's South West Hall there. You go in there.
Yeah, it's a South
and
Hall,
it's
isn't it?
It's just EA,
Yeah.
and they've got some like speaker system going, and all we can hear is bloody EA in their trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that hall is going to be like empty now, right?
Someone will snap it up. Someone will snap it up.
Yeah, it'll be taken by somebody, but who the hell do you think could take that?
Who's going to take that sort of size space?
Yeah.
A big space.
Well, I didn't have a bigger one, but they're at the back.
They're at the back usually.
So, and they have all their meeting stuff in there as well.
Might be taken by like a mobile studio or something like that. I think.
Zynga.
I will say as well, like EA doing this, it's not a massive surprise. They're not stupid. They know that they can get massive publicity from like YouTubers and.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, and to be honest, they'll probably get more publicity that way for the likes of FIFA and Madden and NHL. And so
totally.
They're not. And you think about how much that costs them every year for that size booth. E3 must be
expensive.
like
it's expensive.
Insane, yeah. So
well, I think the thing that a lot of people have said is like that this probably means that EA are going to lose their space, and it's like they're probably not that bothered.
Probably, yeah.
Because
they don't give a shit. Yeah.
I mean, you look at 2 years ago when we went to E3, and like the Konami booth was essentially a rather large space with lots of carpet on the floor. Then there was like a ring of almost a bar with people playing PES, and then there was the meeting room where they had the behind closed doors Metal Gear demo.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Like there was just so much empty space there, and they probably only did that to keep their space at E3.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a slight shift in the sense that I think some publishers might go just like meeting rooms. The rooms that they have for Sony upstairs. I think some people might just do that. It's just cheaper.
Have demos in the meeting room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just
a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. Yeah.
I mean, for those that sort of don't get what Asim's on about, there's basically like the show floor where everyone has the massive booths, and then upstairs they've got like small little, almost like classrooms essentially, and then they've got, some people just have like a table with drinks out, and then just little TVs dotted around the room, or you'll sit and talk about stuff. I think the year that I went, you saw The Witcher 3, didn't you, Aryel, in one of the meeting rooms?
Yeah, there's a small little room, and they showed us
CD Projekt are always up there.
Yeah, and then like the Sony room essentially just had demo stations set up everywhere for all the different games they've got coming
up. You don't need all this big like pompous show. Like, do you remember what's that game from 2K that completely flopped? The Beast one, the online only.
Evolve.
Evolve. That was massive. They had like this big fucking beast, and it was like going to be the best game ever. And now look at it.
Yeah. I still jump on it every now and then, but it's not the game that they wanted it to be. That's for sure.
I think it's the game that no one wanted it to be.
So I think that's going to be an interesting thing. I mean, obviously for shows like Gamescom, that's a public event, and they're going to have.
Oh yeah, they'll still be there.
They'll have that massive thing, but for an industry event, I think at least it pushes itself as an industry only event. You've got E3 where it's like they have these massive booths, and we're not necessarily swayed by the things that are in that booth, but it's still there. So it's like, well, you're spending all this money, and then you're only getting people from the industry there allegedly. And
vanity.
Why are you spending all that money? But
basically showing off the EP-ness.
Yeah. So that's the EA news. I think it'll probably pay off for them because it's EA and they've got all the money that they can spend on anything. So that's probably fair. We'll see what happens. As we said, I don't think there's going to be too much going wrong for them. The Hitman beta is the next thing I'm going to talk about. That got dated. Are you guys all looking forward to Hitman?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Sort of, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary might dip in and out.
Yeah.
Will, to be honest.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's been too long since there's been a decent Hitman game. I know that we saw it at Gamescom last year, and we were sort of. I think I was a lot more enamored by it than you guys were.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was like more Hitman, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it is a bad thing; it's a good thing. But I just want to play it now, to be honest, because I think it's like the proof's in the pudding in terms of that type of game, especially because you need to really get into it, see what options it has, and see how open it is for yourself.
Yeah.
Because these type of things can be sometimes staged a bit. So you just want to see if what they're talking about is actually in the game itself. And obviously they're doing it episodic now, which is, I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I think we've sort of spoken about this off the podcast, and I think I'm in agreement with you on that. I think it's if they do it well.
Yeah, it's a good move, but it's a move that they probably made because they were like, you know what, we don't want to delay it. Let's just do it by episodes, and they've gotten away with it because they're like, okay, it actually might work with this type of game as well. To be fair, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I will obviously play the beta as well. But yeah, I'm just hoping for a more open and with more kind of options to take on the missions and stuff like that type of Hitman game, really. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it kicks off next Friday. That's the 12th. So I think that's going to be something that I'll probably spend the rest of the weekend playing because I'm really looking forward to it. And I think like you said, the open nature of it is going to be one of those things where you'll start playing it. And with the previous Hitman games, it's like you get to the end of the story, you're like, oh man, that was a really cool mission where I did that. I wonder if I do that in a different way. And then you start to go back to it, or at least I did. And after a few missions, I'm like, I kind of can't be asked to go over these missions anymore and get to the one I wanted to play. So the fact they're doing it episodically, like you'll get through it once, and then provided there's not a piss-takingly long gap, like I'm looking at you, Telltale. If they have a decent gap between them, you can sort of sit there and go, cool, okay, right, well, I'll go in and I'll go loud this time, or I'll try and do it without getting alerted at all.
Have they said what's going to be in the beta?
Don't think so. Actually, let's have a look.
It's just like one mission or something like that.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
You can just looking on the news post about it on the PlayStation site now. It doesn't actually say anything. No, it doesn't say anything about what it contains. But it's interesting the fact that they're calling it a beta and not a demo.
Yeah, because if you're calling it a beta, has it got some sort of online facet to it in there? Don't know.
I'm not sure. So that's Hitman. That's coming March 11th as well. So there's not too long to go before that's out. The news that we thought Gary would be excited about, but turns out he's actually not that excited about. The Uncharted 4 is getting a custom PS4.
Fucking hideous.
Oof, Gary.
Yeah,
that is awful.
It's not a very nice design.
Where did the blue come from, by the way?
I don't know. Like I wouldn't have put like blue
Uncharted
as one of
blue.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about it is the controller. The controller looks nice, but that design of Nathan Drake on it just looks like a sort of transfer on the top of a.
It does, doesn't it?
Spray painted console.
I mean,
it's awful. It's absolutely awful.
After the consoles. Sorry, go on, Gary.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and then they've got like the gold lettering as well, which makes it look even worse.
That stands out in all the wrong ways. It's horrible.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
They're getting quite lethargic with these console releases. You're not allowed to like release a game on PlayStation these days without having a console come with it.
And Sony's ones are so hit and miss as well. Like, I really like the MGS one. That was really cool. The Batman one was terrible, I thought.
The Batman one was a similar thing where it almost looked like a transfer. And
the Star Wars one was also terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know. The Star Wars one, people like the Star Wars one. I like
the controller's hideous.
The controller is appalling.
Yeah, the controller wasn't great, but the console itself was quite nice.
Yeah,
the Batman one was probably better designed than this. It had the silhouette of Batman, didn't it? Kind of going.
Yeah, it sort of sat better. Yeah, it looked. But this
just looks like a transfer. Yeah. It doesn't look very nice.
The Metal Gear one was good, and that set a standard, and nothing's hit that standard since.
Have you guys seen the Call of Duty one, the Black Ops 3 one?
Oh, that's hideous. That's hideous.
That is horrible.
Like that orange is day glow. It's not subtle in any way, shape, or form. And I think they had it on show at EGX last year, and like they had it underneath like a purple or blue light. So of course it essentially acted like UV. So your eyes just immediately got blown out because they were just this massive like orange things flying off it.
Surely they could have got like better artwork from the Uncharted series.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they had like if like you say, Gary, the fact that it's blue, I don't know where that comes from.
What the hell? Where's the blue come from?
Like if you're gonna have
Gary's so angry about this.
I am really annoyed because I would have, if it was nice, you know how much I love Uncharted. I would have bought that straight away. But that is, oh my god.
I mean, the thing is, like you think of Uncharted, you think of like like almost like leather bound books or like gold medallions and stuff like that, just like old maps, anything like that. But I don't know where they got the idea. Fuck it, make it blue. Yeah, why not? That'll sell a shitload. That'll do.
It's like
Um,
Whoever's like the
£330 as well.
design guy at Sony, like doing the consoles, I think they need a replacement.
it's almost like
Your
that.
services.
It's it's almost like they had a meeting at 5 to 12 and lunch was at 12 and they just went Uncharted 4 console design, fuck it, blue lunch, right?
Yeah.
Let's go, and that was it. Like,
Yeah, they were like blue cover art, your silhouette type thing. Yep,
Yep, sold.
Yeah.
Terrible.
yeah, I just wanted to get your reaction to that, to be honest, Gary, because I know you weren't that impressed.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. The other thing that I sort of wanted to talk about this week, there's two more things that I was particularly interested in. The Lego Star Wars Force Awakens trailer.
Trailer.
Amazing.
Got,
amazing trailer.
Well, it got leaked at first, and then it came out in a slightly different order. So I don't know where the hell that guy got the original leak, but it was in a different order. But then it basically mirrored the teaser from The Force Awakens,
Brilliant.
which was
Yeah.
perfect.
They got it scene for scene, and then they added like a little Lego charm twist to it.
Yep.
Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah.
Where John Boyega's character like wakes up at the start with the alarm clock. Yeah.
The Poe Dameron, but
Poe Dameron, yeah, he starts playing
With a toaster.
Yeah,
toast coming up, and then that thing hits him in the face, and the
And there's
wind's
a guy like fishing in there, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be, we sort of talked about Dimensions earlier, but like that's going to be a massively fun game. I think,
I'm glad they're doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
What's going on though? Don't we normally get like a trilogy game? Like, how much content's going to be in here?
It's just going to cover the movies. I thought probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First movie.
First movie. Yeah.
So as they're doing this, does that mean they're not doing any Lego Dimensions?
Nah, they can't.
Well, that's the thing. Like, obviously, they've got
Is-
this is where I want Disney and Warner to bury the hatchet and just
Yeah.
give us some fucking Lego, because
Mate, I'll be
they've
all
got-
over that shit.
they've got Marvel, they've got Star Wars, and if they just put those two franchises out, they would sell, like, they would basically own like every geek in the land's wallet. They
They've
just
got
go,
Lego
"There you go."
Avengers that just came out as well, didn't they? So,
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, obviously, Warner published the Lego games. They've got Lego Marvel's Avengers that's come out. They've got Lego Star Wars, and it's really weird getting press releases from the same place about, like, you get Lego Dimensions and then you get like Lego Star Wars. It's like, but you can't have them in the same
No,
game.
they're very protective over Star Wars right now. Like, EA can't even put like the new trilogy stuff in the Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
That's true. Very true.
So everything's got to be on canon. So games are not canonical, so you can't be in there.
Yeah, it's a
That's
shame,
basically
because I
why.
think particularly the Marvel stuff and obviously the Star Wars stuff as well. Like, it's ripe for crossover. But you can't have it in Dimensions. So this is the next best thing. You can buy some Lego Force Awakens stuff and have it just sat in front of your TV if you want that experience, I guess. But yeah, that's the Lego Force Awakens stuff. And the other thing that I'm particularly pleased about that's been officially confirmed over the past couple of weeks is the Turtles game from Platinum.
yeah.
Did any of you guys play Transformers Devastation?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I did. Yeah,
That's brilliant.
pretty good.
It's
I heard
really
it was
good.
good. I heard it was good.
It's pretty short, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a replay game. It's a character action game that you can just get a lot of replay value out of, and the characters are the Transformers. And I think if they take that and do it the same thing with the Turtles, I'm up for that. Like, the Turtles were my life when I was about 6. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
if they have like some sort of co-op, that would be amazing.
I mean, I don't think there's any game that's more ripe for 4-player co-op than
that'd
the
be
Teenage
awesome.
Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
that'd be awesome.
So I mean, that's one on the radar for sure.
The trailer is really good.
The trailer was excellent. I was really impressed with it. Yeah. So other than that, what else we got? We've got new Dark Souls 3 footage that's been released.
I'm really excited about Dark Souls 3. By the way, I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm excited for you, Asim.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited.
I'm excited for you as well, mate.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate
Gary's excitement dips in and out though.
it.
Yeah. You have to be lucky to have my excitement. So.
Dips in and out. I was going to use that for a long time now.
Yeah.
By the way, that Dark Souls 3 footage nearly put me to sleep.
Oh, we talked about that, bro.
Gary.
Come on, dude.
It's
Come
so
on,
good.
hardly anything happened in that 6 minutes.
They were showing off basically the new, well, one of the new classes, the thief class, and they were showing off how obviously they're talking Japanese because you can't understand if you speak Japanese or understand Japanese. But the crux of that was to show off basically the system is now similar to Bloodborne, where you can dodge, you can also sidestep now as well, which is kind of brought in with Bloodborne, and also he had combat without shield as well, so he was kind of holding the dagger or blade with like two hands, which is kind of, I guess, new to the Dark Souls series, and the combat in essentially like just looked more like Bloodborne. They even took like the death animation and stuff from Bloodborne, and it looked amazing. Like the water and the sunlight coming in as well looked amazing.
It looked gorgeous. Yeah,
I'm really excited because I love Bloodborne. Like I didn't really get the Souls series when I played Demon Souls, played Dark Souls 1, and I was like, yeah, you know what? It was a bit too slow for me. But then I played Bloodborne, and I reviewed it, and that's why I had to kind of play through it. Just loved it. Just kind of fell in love with the whole ethos of it, and I like the attack is the best form of defense approach, and kind of that risk reward feeling there. And I feel like they've got that balance now in what it looks like anyway from Dark Souls 3, where they're gonna have Bloodborne style combat in the Dark Souls world, and they're adding a few new things as well, like in terms of like potions and stuff like that. So like to give you different styles and whatnot. But yeah, I can't wait. I know I'm the only one that's probably excited about this, but I don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
I'm excited, but I haven't finished Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne yet, so...
I haven't finished any of the Souls games. Well, no, actually, no. I did finish Demon Souls, but I didn't finish 1 or 2. But I finished Bloodborne. Excellent game. Brilliant game. I need to do the DLC, but I just don't have time.
That's meant to be really good, right?
It's supposed to be really good, yeah. It's supposed to be even harder.
Yeah.
So
the thing with this game is it's really hard to dip in and out of.
Oh, you need to be playing it.
But it really is.
It really is.
Oh dear.
To be fair, Aryel is right. He's making a correct statement while
I just back after like 6
making a
months
joke.
Whilst being a troll. Fucking hell. I mean that's I'm sort of with the majority on this one on the podcast. Asim, I'm not the biggest Souls fan, so
I don't care. I'm excited. Can't wait. I really can't wait. I would have ordered the collector's edition, but it's fucking sold out. So
really,
it's a big seller now. Like the series is big selling, man. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do with the. I think they've got an Apocalypse edition. It's like a steel book. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. Why not?
Fair enough. And the last thing that we're going to talk about in terms of news is the new Doom trailer that came out today.
Oh, Gary was really excited about this, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
That's all I got. To be fair, it looked nice, but it just didn't do anything for me personally. I'm not a massive shooter fan, to be honest. So for me, it's just like, it looks nice, but it's another shooter. But you guys probably have a different opinion on it than me, to be fair.
I think that's all right.
It's a different kind of shooter, isn't it? It's a different kind of shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it's Doom's obviously one of those ones where they had the feeling, if you like, of that original FPS where you had a massive map and you'd be walking around and you'd have all these corridors, but it wouldn't funnel you down them. Like you'd have to backtrack on yourself and do all that. And I think if they can nail that old school feel with this new game, they're going to get a lot of fans on board and back on board. I
think it's one of those games you can dip in and out of as well.
Hey,
Jesus Christ!
It did look like fast paced. The graphics were like really colourful.
I mean, they got rid of that. They got rid of that horrible filter that just made it look like you were looking through glasses of piss. You go back, you look at that original trailer, and everything just looks like everything's covered in piss.
What, for Doom 3? Was it Doom 3 you're talking about?
No, like the new Doom, like when they had the original trailer for it last year.
Oh, right, okay.
It is like everything is yellow. It's really weird. So it looks like they've got rid of that filter.
I don't know. I never worn glasses with like piss coming through them, so I don't know about that.
Well, you should try it sometime, man. It's pretty good.
Piss glass.
So yeah, that's Doom. It's obviously quite a storied franchise and all
It's
the
out
rest
in
of
May,
it.
isn't it? May.
It is May 13th, I think. So that's going to be a big one. I think. I know there's a lot of people that are excited for it, and I know that people that bought Wolfenstein have got access to a beta for it. I think, and that was a long time ago. I think I've still got a code for it somewhere. So they've not really mentioned any details on that. So we'll see what happens. But it looks like it's going to be Doom basically. I think you said that, Gary. It's like it's Doom, isn't it? It's violent, it's bloody, it's set in hell. It ended with a demon ripping your legs off.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like, okay, what is this scripted event going on here? Or was that just like how deaths are done?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. So that's that's pretty much it in terms of the news. Unless there's anything else you guys want to bring up that you've seen, or are we all good?
I think Aryel does. No,
Well, I'm done.
He's dipped out of the news.
I'm going to dip out of the news now.
So,
fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ. Right, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about really is the big thing that we're doing at the end of the month. We're doing Game Blast 2016. It's for Special Effect. In case you guys don't know, it's a charity that do a lot of work to help disabled people, disabled kids get involved with gaming that they wouldn't normally be able to do. It's a fantastic charity, really, and there's there's some some videos on their website that really tug at the heartstrings, because it's kids that have they've suddenly lost the ability to use the limbs properly for whatever reason. They've been really sad that they haven't been able to play video games, and then all of a sudden Special Effect come in and just go, oh yeah, here we go, we've created this amazing setup for you where you can control things like one part with your chin, and then you'll be able to press this button with your foot, or and blow into this tube, and you'll be able to move your character and stuff like that. And they're an amazing charity. They do so much good work, and we've decided that we're going to get in on helping them out and raising a bit of money for them. So at the end of the month, we're going to be doing some live streams. We're going to be giving away an absolute shitload of stuff. We're giving away plenty of games. We've got some T-shirts from Insert Coin. We've got copies of what we got. We've got Rainbow Six. We've got Metal Gear 5. We've got Pez. We've got Call of Duty, Destiny, Taken King, and we've also got the
Lego stuff as well.
Yeah, we've got some Lego Dimension stuff. Again, thanks to everybody that's provided the stuff, because it's really, really appreciated.
We've got some super limited stuff from Sony.
Yeah, the coolest stuff that we've got has come from Sony. Basically, we've been given 2 ridiculously rare press kits that you can't buy unless you're willing to pay through the nose on eBay, as I think Gary's done at one point for one of them. We've got the Uncharted collection press kit, which comes with obviously all of the press assets and stuff, and it comes with quite a cool little USB stick, which is shaped like a bullet.
And the game as well.
And obviously the game, yeah. We don't just get the kits and then and not the game. We've also got the Until Dawn press kit as well, and I think that's probably one of the coolest press kits I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just comes in like a really battered tin, and then in there you've got
it's
like
an intentionally battered one. I didn't bat.
Get the hammer out.
Fell off the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I didn't get my truck,
Yeah, it was delivered by Yodel. Yeah, it was. It's in there, and you've got like a poster and stuff like that in there, and we've got a lot of stuff to give away. If you check out the site, there's going to be a post up about what we're doing for it. Basically, we're going to do it so that everyone that donates during the stream can win some of the prizes, and then the bigger prizes, what we're just going to do is everybody that donates between now and the end of the stream will be put into a draw, and at the very end of the stream what we're going to do is we're going to draw out some names, and then those people will win the big prizes that we've got. We're also hoping to get some more stuff from quite a few more publishers and accessory manufacturers. There's a hell of a lot of stuff that we're giving away, and I'm a little bit jealous of some of the people that are going to get this stuff, particularly the press kits. Like, I think not everybody in the team's got one of those, so it's going to be.
I've got one. It's all right.
Yeah, all right. Fuck you. So yeah, like if you're listening and you think I want to get involved, how can I do it? Go to the website nextgengamingblog.com, check the post on there, and forward it, share it, tweet it, Facebook it, tattoo it on your face, whatever you want to do. Just like get the word out, and we'll raise a hell of a lot of money for special effects because, as we said, they're a fantastic charity and they need all the help that they can get to help people, that have had essentially life-changing illnesses get into video games. So it's going to be a really good weekend. I think possibly one of the most daunting things I've ever done is I think I'm going to be doing a 24-hour long stream of just me playing a bunch of games. So if you want to watch me slowly go mental, that's probably going to be on the Saturday.
Ben's decline from morning to midnight, essentially.
Yeah, so I think it's probably going to be like 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. So if you tune in at about 8:30 on Sunday morning, you'll see me probably dribbling and throwing my own shit at the wall. So we'll see what goes on.
I don't think I'm going to watch the full 24 hours, but I'll dip in and out.
That's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I applaud you, sir.
Oh, Christ.
I didn't even see that one coming, I'll be honest.
So anyway, on that note, I think we probably better wrap it up. Thanks ever so much for listening, guys, and we'll see you again next time. I've been Ben, and I've been joined by Aryel.
I don't know I haven't done this for so long.
I've been joined by Asim.
Hello.
And I've also been joined by Gary, and we'll see you all soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.
I'm going to dip in and out of the podcast.